Now I'm going to show you how to edit using Audacity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up Audacity, which is, again, a free download. All of these tools have been free. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the file I just recorded as if it were a podcast. Obviously, it's not, but just for fun, we'll just go ahead and open up my Lucas file because I know I said and a lot in that. So I'm probably going to want to get rid of that. So here's my Lucas WAV file, and I'm going to make a copy before editing just in case I totally mess this up. All right, so the first thing that you can see is it enters with about 1.5 seconds of silence, so I want to get rid of that. So what I did is I clicked down on my mouse and I drug over this, and now I'm going to click the delete key on my keyboard. And then I'm going to press the spacebar key to play, and I'm going to listen until my first mistake, which probably won't be very long from now. Okay, so Lucas said, and so I'm going to go back and listen to it just to make sure I get the right place cut off. So what I did is I used my cursor, and I just clicked right in front of where I thought I heard him say, Okay, now I've got to listen to that again, and it's kind of hard for me to tell where that ends, so I'm actually going to zoom in, because I'm not sure if this in piece is part of the or not, so I'm going to listen one more time. I'm pretty sure that's the start of his it. So I'll do it here. Yep. So I'm going to then click down on my mouse, drag over. I'll take the silence out too, and then click the delete button on my keyboard. So let me go ahead and listen to that again, make sure it sounds like a smooth transition. Okay, so now I said and I think that's where it was. All right, it wasn't. So in order to find it, I'm going to zoom back out using my little arrow buttons. And we're going to go ahead and listen again so I can find my Every time I'm pressing to press play, I'm pressing the spacebar button. So I'm pretty sure this is my It sure is, so I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to press the delete button. Now, one thing I did when I was new at this is I try to highlight things up here. It doesn't work nearly as well. I always do my highlighting in the main body of the thing that I'm editing now. So I'm going to go and highlight it and click delete. And then I wonder, is this a breath or is this part of a word? That's a breath. So the reason I could tell it was a breath is because see how my voice has a lot more ups and downs to it. There's no need for me to keep that breath there. It doesn't have to go, but it'll make it sound a little bit nicer if it's gone. So I'll go ahead and delete that, and then we'll go back and listen and see, make sure everything sounds okay. And you can't really tell that or breath was ever there, which is really nice because your podcast listeners don't really want to listen to us, and breath. Usually. I say all the time, and so I spend a lot of time editing that back out. If you can train yourself not to do it, better for you, and definitely better for your editor. All right, so a couple of other tricks that you may need to know. Let's say we want to get this very last 13 to 15 and a half seconds to the front of the podcast for some reason. Let's say we forgot to record our intro, but we did it at the very end. So let's just pretend, for the sake of pretending, that this couple seconds is our intro that we need to move. So I'm going to start us off here at the 13-second mark. And then to break this, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to go to Edit, and then I'm going to go to Clip Boundaries, and then to Split. All right, so the good news is we now have this is a separate boundary. So what I'm going to do is I highlighted all of it just by double-clicking in it. And then I'm going to do Control X to copy it. I'm going to put it back to the beginning. Although if I wanted to stick it right here, I could. I would just do another split right there, but actually I just want to put it right here. It won't make any sense when we're listening to it, but we'll go back and listen and just see if it did what I wanted it to do. Take that last second and a half and put it at the beginning. Perfect. Of course, that's not really, it doesn't make sense, but it did do what I told it to do. So zoom in, zoom out, highlight. You just click your mouse key down and drag over where you want. To remove something, you then hit the delete key. To split, you go to edit, clip boundaries, and split. And then to remove or move part of it over, just take it to wherever you want to drag and drop it. That's not where I wanted it, so I'll try again. Get it in the right spot and just put it just like that. All right, those are the main things we do when editing. It's not nearly as hard as you might think it would be. All right, so have a good day.